Assalamu alaikum. Myself Ehkam Ansari. First thing, I would like to congratulate you. You got the admission in one of the ISO certified institution of Bhiwandi, that is KMS English Medium High School and Junior College. I would like to start the first chapter of information technology, that is impressive web designing. Before starting this chapter, first thing, I just want to tell you that this is the new chapter. It's not only new chapter, the information technology is of new subject for you. Before that, you might have learned some subject like physics in your science subject, chemistry, biology, geography, mathematics, English. These are the some subject which you have learned from the standard 5 or from the standard 1 or from your KG. But information technology you might have heard in your environment, in your home, with your friend, but as a subject or as a chapter, this is the first time you are going to learn. So information technology is what is information technology all about? Information technology in general, if I ask the question what is information technology, the first thing in your mind, I think it will be a computer. Am I correct? If I talk about information technology, the first thing is that you will notice or you will think that it is all regarding the computer. But let me tell you what is information technology. If I bifurcate the word information and technology, okay? Information and technology, let me show you. I just want to start a simple text editor, that is Microsoft Office Word. I just want to tell you what is information technology. Okay, let me zoom it or increase the size. Okay, information technology. So information technology is a combination of two words. One is information and one is technology. The word information means something related to knowledge, some details, okay, or some guideline you can say, or you can, in simple you can say a raw data or any data. If I say my name is Ehkam, means I am passing a sort of information. If I say my contact number is 919191, means I am passing some information. If I say I am living in Bhiwandi, I am passing some information. Okay, so information means some detail or some knowledge or some set of information or character or word. It's a big definition of information, but in general information can be a collection of data. And what is meant by technology? The technology, if I say techno or if I say tech, you can say tech means some machinery or some ideas or the way how you perform something. And what is meant by the logi? Logi is nothing but you are going to study something. So basically information technology means you are going to study something related to technology or something related to technique, and with the use of information or with the use of data. Okay, so information technology is a branch of technology in which we people or the we ITians used to learn different technology, different machineries, or in general we can say we are going to learn something about a machine or a technique called computer. Okay, in general, if I am talking about information technology, means we are going to learn something related to technology or something related to a computer, which is a famous machinery or which is one of the most usable system or machinery in today's world of technique or world of technology. So in general, we are going to learn computer. So the question or the answer you might raise that computer we are learning from standard 5. So what is the new? There is nothing new. But information technology is continuously moving towards advancement every time, every second of time you are getting new technology, new thing in that particular area. So if you say you know computer, I will say you know nothing, because everything is changing. Okay, so the first thing is that our chapter or our subject is information technology. I think now you are clear about what we are going to learn, or what we will learn in 2 years, that is in the standard 11 and standard 12. We will learn different technology, we will learn computer, we will learn how different languages are used in that computer, or how we can use to create different computer application. But before moving towards some advancement or some further, I just want to tell you, if I say a computer, so if I ask what is mean by computer, your answer will be your answer from your KG, standard KG, that is computer is an electronic device. Okay, yes, it's a correct, but it's not up to your level. Now you are not in KG. Okay, now you have passed your SSC examination and you have moved towards junior college. So your definition might be changed, or your definition should be appropriate according to your standard or according to your knowledge level. So if I say a computer is an electronic device, I have to move on towards, means any machinery or any electronic device which perform certain task. We have seen computer in a shape where we have seen a screen, we have seen a keyboard, a mouse, and we have seen a CPU. That machine is only called as a computer? No, it's a form of computer, not exactly a computer, it's a form of computer. Why? Because there is no fixed definition of computer. Computer is an electronic device which performs certain tasks, or any device which performs that task we can say is a computer. Like the function of computer, function of computers, to store, we can say, to process input, output, process, store. These are the 4 basic function of computer. If any device perform all these function, we can say that device is nothing but a computer. Okay, so if I am talking about the 4th thing, means we can store information technology, we can say, means we are going to store some information we are inside the technology. So now it is very simple. If I replace technology to computer, okay, now information technology, instead of writing information technology, I am going to write information computer. Now I have changed technologies to computer. So the computer is an electronic device which perform 4 basic operation, means we have n number of operation, we have n number of function feature of a computer, but any device which perform these 4 basic function, that is to store information, to process information, to take input as information, and to create or to give some output to the user, means these 4 basic function of any device is called as a computer function, or any device which perform this function is, we can say, is a computer. Now you can say any device means any device. It don't have any shape, or we have n number of shapes which we can say a computer, like our mobile. Okay, our mobile means our mobile have a function of calling and sending some message, but to our mobile we can say is a computer, because it store information. Am I correct? It performs some task, some process. Okay, it take input and it provide output. These are the technical terms which we will see, but for the starting point of view, we can just say any device which perform these function we can say is a computer. Now we have to come on basically our subject, that's information technology, or on our computer. So computer, we have seen what is the definition of computer. Now we will talk about the some elements or parts of computer, or what are the thing or what are the sources which assemble and which create or which make a computer complete. So computer is nothing but a combination or collection of two things. Okay, if I say a computer, these things we have learned in the standard, in our earlier standard, but I just want to refresh you, and on the basis of that basic knowledge we will move on advancement. So the computer, we have seen computer is an electronic device. Now the computer consists of on two elements. One is hardware and one is software. Okay, one is hardware and one is software. Okay student, one is hardware and one is software. What is mean by hardware? In simple language we can say hardware means all the parts of computer which we can touch, or all the tangible thing of a computer which we can see or which we can feel or which we can touch is called as a hardware. So if you see a computer, means in a computer you might have seen earlier a screen which we can touch, a mouse which we can touch, a keyboard which we can touch, then a CPU which we can touch, or any part of computer which we can touch is belongs to a hardware. Okay, then what is software? Software means all these elements or all these things which we can't touch. Means computer is a combination of hardware and software. Hardware parts means what we can touch, what we can feel, or all tangible thing, and all intangible thing in computer is called as a software. Okay, for example, here I am working in a MS Office Word. What is MS Office Word? MS Office Word is a software given by the Microsoft. Now I am using this software, but I can't touch any part of this software. Means by using hand I can't touch. If I am touching this, means I am touching to a screen. Means I am touching to the hardware part, but I can't touch these application. Okay, so this is the software part. Again, software part can be categorized into different way, or software can be basically can be categorized or can be divided into two types of software. The first one is system software and the second one is application software. Okay, system software and the second one is a application software. Okay student, system software means what? Hardware part, we don't have any specific syllabus for hardware part. We will see later what is the hardware, but our focus will be on software part. And software part means the software of our computer can be of two type, or software part can be divided into two sections. One is system software and one is application software. System software means what? Okay, so we have two types of software. One is system software and one is application software. Now system software, if I say what is the definition of system software, so there is a no fixed definition. Just try to understand system software or those software or those applications. In IT, software is also called as an application, or sometimes it's called as a program, or sometimes it's called as an application program. But in general, in simple we can say a software. So system software are those software I'm just repeating, system software or those software which is used to execute the hardware. Okay, system software or system application are those application which is used to execute hardware. Okay, just try to understand this difference. Okay, system software are those software which is used to execute hardware. Hardware means what? Our computer or our screen is a hardware. Okay, for example, you install something called audio driver. Okay, something called audio driver. Okay, for example, you have a computer and now you want to attach some speaker. Now to run this speaker we have to add audio driver. So what is audio driver? Audio driver is nothing but an application which is used to execute that speaker. Okay, so this speaker is a hardware part. If you want to execute that hardware part, you have to add some audio driver. That audio driver is nothing but an application which belongs to system software. In the same way, in your machine, in your computer, you have to install your operating system. You might have heard about operating system. Operating system means which operating system you are going to run on your computer. So we have Linux, we have Unix, we have Windows operating system, we have iOS, we have n number of operating system. Okay, so again, operating system is a type of application which is nothing but a system software or system application. Again, system software provide a platform for application software. Okay, system software provides a platform for application software. Application software is fully dependent on system software. I'm just repeating, we have two types of software in a computer or in any device, where we have system software which belongs to hardware part, and we have application software which belongs to software part. But in system software, these software are used to execute the hardware part of, means when you start your mobile phone. For example, your mobile phone or your computer is currently switched off or shut down. When you switch on your computer, the first thing is loaded on your machine, on your hardware part, means it will execute your hardware part, that is your operating system. So the operating system belongs to your system software. So the first thing is that your operating, means if you are using any mobile, so when you switch on your mobile, the first thing will loaded on your machine, on your hardware part, is your Android. So what is Android? Android is nothing but your system software. In the same way, if you are using a computer, and on that computer if you are using a Windows operating system, when you start your computer, the first thing will load on your hardware part, means on your touchable machine, that is your operating system. Then only it will provide your system application, means your Windows, your Unix, your Linux, your Android will provide some platform for your application software. So you will notice that all other application, for example, if I am back to my desktop, so you will see there is n number of application installed in my computer. So the first thing, when I start my computer, the first thing is that one system application is loaded, that is operating system. And operating system, which operating system I am using? I am using Windows operating system. So the first thing is that Windows operating system will loaded, then only I can install all these other applications. So these other applications are nothing but application software. And what is Windows operating system? Windows operating system is a system application. Okay student, now I think it's a very clear or now I have differentiated in a very clear manner what is system software and what is application software. Application softwares are fully dependent. Okay, for example, if I say for example I have installed a Zoom is an application software which is currently installed in my system software, and which system software I have used, that is Windows operating system. Okay, without Windows or without system application I cannot install any application software. Okay, so back to your this file. Okay, so the system software execute hardware, then it stop, and all other thing will work on application software. So example of this, we can say we have Windows, we have Linux, we have Unix, we have iOS, we have Android. Okay, all these we have for system software. Now come to application software. Okay, application software are those software or those application which execute on system software. Like again I am back to my desktop. Now here you will see there is n number of application. For example, like we have Visual Studio Code, we have Microsoft Edge. Now you will notice in number of, and you can see on install all other application, you will notice that okay, here we have Office, we have Edge, Microsoft Office, we have Microsoft Edge, here we have, now we have n number of application on our computer. So the first thing is that application software again categorize into two way, or we have two category for application software. One is web, one is web application, okay, and one is Windows application. Okay, so we have two category for application software. One is web application and one is Windows application. It is very easy to understand what is web and what is window. Sometimes Windows application is called as alone, or you can say standalone. Okay, we can say stand alone. Now I will show you what is the difference or why it's called stand alone. Okay, application software are of two types. One is web application and one is Windows application. Web application means what? Web application are those software, those application, those program which works on browser or which works on internet. You can say which work on browser or which work on internet. Browsers like we have Google Chrome, we have Internet Explorer, we have Edge, we have Firefox, we have Chrome. These are the some example of web browser. Okay, so the web application are executed or run on these type of browser or any application which work on browser or internet. It's come under category of web application. Okay, means which require internet to execute these applications. For example, if I say Facebook, so the Facebook is an application. Without internet, can we execute Facebook? The answer could be no. For example, we have Gmail. Gmail again is a web application. Can we execute Gmail without internet? Your answer will be no. In the same way, we have a camera in our mobile phone, on our computer. So can we execute our camera without internet? Your answer will be yes. Am I correct? Why yes? Because we can execute camera without internet. In the same way, I am using MS Office Word, this application, this is MS Office Word. I can execute this application. I am working, I am using this application without internet. It's a Windows application. Okay, so all the application which work without internet, that's standalone is written. Why? It's a standalone. Without internet, it's not connected with any internet device or any internet connectivity. So the application which work without internet is the come under the category of Windows application, and the application which work on internet or web browser it come under the category of web application. Now the story is very long. From the starting of this chapter or this lecture, I am talking about application, software, software application, application, program application, whatever I am talking about. But why I am talking about software, why I am talking about application, why I am talking about Windows, why I am talking about system software, application software, web application, Windows application? Why? Because these are something which comes or which is included in our computer. Yes or no? Because software is a part of computer. Yes, but why not a simple language? For example, I am a human being, I am talking with you, I am sharing some information, I have a memory. Can I say I am a computer? No. So if I am a human being, if I want to share some information, I want to store some information, I am using a bridge between you and me. That bridge or that source or that channel is called as a language. Student, please pay attention. I am using and I am talking with you, I am sharing some information regarding IT or information or XYZ, but I am using a channel or a medium. That medium or that channel is called as a language. Okay, so I am using English language, you are understanding this language. Okay, that way our communication process is continuously going on. If I use some other language like Chinese language, for example, if I am saying have you understood what I have said? No. Why? Because I have used some encoded language which you can't understand. In the same way, computer is a device which understood only binary language. Only binary language. Computer is a machine which understood only binary language. Okay, please pay attention. Okay, computer is an electronic device which understood only binary language. What is mean by binary? Binary means you can say 2. Binary means 2. Means computer understand only binary language in which we have two numbers. Two numbers. That number is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Only two possible number can be using by computer, that is 0, 1 or 1, 0 or 1, 1, 0, 0, whatever, but the possible number could be 0 or 1. That's why it's called as a binary. Binary means 2, means either 0 or 1 or both the 0, both the 1 or 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, what the possible combination can be any, but the number could be only 0 and 1. That's why it's called as a binary. So again the question comes in your mind, or it must come in your mind, that why binary only? Why not base 10 number? Why only base 2 number? Okay, why not 0 to 9? Why only 0 and 1? Because computer works on electron, and electrons means digit. Electrons means digit. We have two possible value of an electron. When electron flows from your switchboard to your machine, it flows in the form of waves, it form of signals. Okay, and that signal provide two possible value, one is on and one is off. Sometimes it's called as a one is true and one is false. So the zero value is called as a off and one value is called as a on. Means when current flows, when electron flows, this can be only two values, one is off and one is on. And our computer is an electronic device, that's why it understood only binary digit, that is 0 and 1. So all the application which we have learned in our lecture, that is application software, web application, Windows application, system application, all those applications are converted by using these binary language or in the form of binary code. Okay, so we have n number of languages, for creating different types of application. We have language for creating our system software, we have languages like we are a human being, if we want to share our information, we have language like Hindi, English, Marathi, Telugu, Gujarati, Chinese, French, Spanish. We have thousands of language in the world which is used to translate, which is used to transfer, which is used to share their feelings, their emotions, their information or whatever. So these are the some sources or some medium, some channel which is used to share information. In the same way, computer understand only one language, that is a binary language. So there is n number of languages which convert their code into binary language and create different application or create the function of your computer, that is to store, to process, to input, to output. So these language like your application are categorized into system application, web application, Windows application. In the same way, we have different languages in our IT world or in our information world which is used to create different application. So our first chapter is, I just want to tell you what is our first chapter. Our first chapter is impressive web designing, means we have to create a web application. See, there is a web designing means we have to create a web application or we have to create a website or web software, you can say. So we will create by using some language. So we have, as I told you, we have n number of languages to create this application, this software. So we have to create application, but our language would be client side scripting, that is JavaScript. Okay, just keep in mind, like your language, your human being language is Hindi, Urdu, Marathi. In the same way, computer understood only binary language. There is n number of languages which is used to create different application for computer, and these languages are on the basis of which type of application you are going to create. If you are going to create web application, we have n number of languages. If you are going to create Windows application, again we have n number of languages. If you are going to create system application, again we have different languages. So for time being, for being a first chapter or being a first lecture, just try to understand computer is nothing but a source or a medium of sharing information with other. Okay, so like we human being use different languages, computer uses different languages, and we have seen how computer uses different application to create or to develop these applications. We have different computer languages. These languages are categorized on the basis of web, Windows and application software languages. So we will use different languages, but our target, our topic for discussion will be web application. We will design web application by using different language. We will use HTML language and we will use JavaScript. Okay, so in this lecture I will not start what is JavaScript, but for time being just try to understand. We are going to learn computer languages like we are going to learn any language. For example, we know Hindi and we don't know English language. So as we know, English language is created or developed by UK or any other country. So there is some set of rules, regulations, syntax, grammar we have to learn. Then only we can talk in English or we can understand English. In the same way, we have different computer languages. We have learned its grammar, its function, its we can say it's a syntax and its rules and regulation. Then only we can use or we can apply these languages or computer. Okay, so our target will be JavaScript. But before JavaScript, I will tell you what is the basic requirement for using JavaScript, or what is the basic knowledge to use JavaScript. This thing we will see in next lecture, and in next lecture we will also see what is the introduction of JavaScript, who created JavaScript the first, and what is the purpose of JavaScript. These are some history or the basic thing regarding JavaScript. So no problem, don't worry, we will see in our upcoming lectures. But for time being, thanks for watching. If you have any query what we have learned today, please feel free to comment below this video, and stay tuned with this channel, many things to come. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.